If you can sing a note and then find it on the guitar, you can learn how to play by ear. It doesn't happen overnight, unfortunately, but if you put in the time, you can learn how to play by ear and really get to know your fretboard in the process. You don't have to be an expert in music theory, but it's going to help a lot if you know your notes, intervals, and scales, especially major, minor, pentatonic, and blues scales. I've covered theory in other lessons, so I'll leave links in the description. Now, the good news is you don't have to wait. You can learn theory and train your ear at the same time. So let's talk about how you can learn to play by ear. To play by ear, you need to develop a connection between what you're hearing and the fretboard, and the very best way to do that is by singing. Singing back something you just heard is a great way to develop your ear and to make sure you're not just guessing at notes on the fretboard. So here's the first exercise. Sing a note, any note, and then find it on the fretboard. And unless you have perfect pitch, you're going to have to hunt around for that note. So keep singing the note until you find it. There it is. And if you've learned the notes on the fretboard, name the note that you played. That would be an F that I played. And then find the other places you can play that same note, including an octave higher or an octave lower. So that was an F, so I'm just going to find all my Fs on the fretboard, and I'm going to keep singing an F while I do this. There's my F. There's another F. Another F. So all the octaves, all the strings. And so forth. Now it's going to feel a little strange humming while you do this, but this is your first step toward developing a connection between your ear and the fretboard. After you've done that, sing another random note and do the same thing. Do this for about 5 or 10 minutes a day for a week, and then you're going to be ready to move on to simple songs. The next step is to start to play simple melodies by ear, and we're going to start by singing those melodies to develop that connection between your ear and the fretboard. Now start with simple melodies that don't move around very much. We're not going to be starting with the "Somewhere Over the Rainbow" that jumps around. We're going to start off with something simple like "Mary Had a Little Lamb." So let's say you want to rock out to "Mary Had a Little Lamb." First thing you do is sing the first phrase. Mary had a little lamb. Find the first note that you sang. Oh, it's pretty close. That was an E flat that I sang. Then find all the rest of the notes relative to that note. So we sang, Mary had a little lamb. Do, 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 do. And then find all the other places you can play that same phrase. So we could play it, I just played it up and down the string. Mary had a little lamb. You could play it crossing strings. Do, 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 do. And make sure you keep humming or singing the words while you do this. Do, 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 do. Just find all the places. Up the octave. Maybe on the same string. On different strings. Maybe up high. Anywhere you can find that melody. This is going to involve some hunting around at first, but it does get easier. And again, unless you have perfect pitch, it's going to take a while to find that first note. But once you find that first note, it's going to get easier and easier to find the rest of the notes relative to that first note. And getting back to theory, this is going to be a lot easier if you know your intervals and your scales. Playing simple melodies by ear is going to keep you busy for a while, but over time you'll be able to pick out more and more difficult melodies. And by over time, we're talking about months and even years. Playing by ear is a skill that develops and deepens over time, and it's something you never really stop practicing. Now, if you feel you're ready for more than just kids' songs, look for something more difficult. Maybe pick out a TV theme show or a song that you like. So let's say a TV theme catches your ear and you want to learn it on the guitar. First thing you want to do is, just like you do with the kids' songs, sing it first. Make sure you can sing it back note for note, and then find it on the guitar just like you did with the children's songs. Find the first note, find all the other notes relative to that note, and then learn how to play it anywhere and everywhere on the fretboard. If you keep at it, you'll get better and better and better at picking out melodies by ear. And this is going to be a big help in general. It's going to be a big help specifically if you want to get into improvisation or songwriting, because you'll be able to play what you are hearing. As I said earlier, learning basic theory can help you quite a bit. The theory supplements your ear training, and your ear training supplements your theory. I'll put links for scales and other theory stuff in the description. That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time with more guitar tips.